get me in camera. I'm gonna avoid that. I just want it to look like there's some people.
All right, so the first two items on today's agenda, Victor, do you want to talk about maybe the latest state of where the topology manager work is? And then I'm happy to follow up with reviews as we discussed today.
Yes, yeah, sure. So thanks for letting us put this on the agenda. So just a reminder, we are aiming to get topology manager from alpha to beta in 1.18. And so what we have are here some PRs that we need some review and approvals on. And if we just, start with the first one. We also have PRs also, and he has the first two. Francesco, you just want to chat about those briefly?
Hey, hello everyone. So I'm working with Victor, and basically, just a sec. Okay, so the first one is about the multiple NUMA container. Basically, I'm adding a few end-to-end tests to exercise the topology manager with more than one container per pod, and of course more than one per pod. And others, I have another noteworthy one about upgrade, which I would like to get a design review, meaning, okay, is this the upgrade flow we're looking at? I'm not sure I captured the request about testing the upgrade flow. And this also pulled a minor refactoring, which I think is the lower priority one. Also, I would like to stress if some test, if you people believe some tests are missing, just add a note in the review and I'll let them. I add that I eventually figured out a way to exercise the other policies, because right now I focused on the most strict one, the single NUMA node. And I'm going to put up the PR tomorrow, most likely. Again, we need a review, and that will complete the coverage, and that will build on the infrastructure I added with the PRs already posted. If there are any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
Yeah, so just as I click through these this afternoon, there's no functional changes left to get around topology manager, right? What's being added here in this list is all just verification tests that what is in code now is actually.
That's correct.
Well, that's right. For these two PRs that Francesco was talking about, there are some functionality PRs at the bottom of the list. If you look down toward the bottom, there's 3 that need attention. And, one of them is, if you look at the one at the bottom where Nolan is, it's more about guarantee aligned resources across multiple containers. The PR right up here at the top is a test for that to make sure we can align resources in multiple containers in a pod. But there is some functionality. There's 3 functionality PRs that need to get in. If you want to switch to that, we can, or if you just want to go down the list, we'll do that too.
I was more just asking, like, if there's a particular order that these things need to get in, and if there were tests that required in the prereq PR.
Okay. Yeah, so as far as the testing ones up top, no, there's no real order. I mean, they can go in, because they're independent. But now on the feature PRs, there is a dependency once we get down there.
Okay.
So if you want to, we'll move ahead. The next one, we have refactored, well, not refactored, but added some NUMA aware test to the CPU manager end-to-end test. So, this one here just needs an approval. So we've ran it locally and remote and on multi-NUMA bare metal, and this is passing. So we just need to get that in. The next one, is really just this 16062 is really just a job that, it adds a CI job, runs every 4 hours, runs topology manager end-to-end test, just like CPU manager. And all we need on that is an approve from SIG Node owner. The next one on the list is 88110. And this is some code refactoring tests. Francesco mentioned that, and it's really just some cleanup stuff, reorganization. And it looks like there's already, Patrick said he'll check on this regarding Windows and give some feedback there. Francesco, you want to add anything to that comment for 88110?
No, thanks for keeping me honest. I was only answering about my own PRs, but good that you pointed out. Yeah, great. Thanks.
Yeah. Yes, and thank you for the PRs. Now there is this next one here, and there's a PR that basically says, "Hey, let's enable Topology Manager feature 87650." This, when we enable Topology Manager feature, we are failing the scale test, and it has failed consistently every time. And at first, we were thinking it was flakes, but now we're looking at it, and it's not the case. What happens is in this test is as we've been looking at it and investigating it, we see it scales up, it spins up 500 hollow nodes. And what's happening is these hollow nodes are not coming up to ready state. As a matter of fact, they come up, the test starts, and we see kubelet logs killing the hollow nodes. And after a bit of analysis, the theory is that there's some strict memory limits in there. And when we add Topology Manager, which listens to pods and containers, we're adding some extra memory to the kubelet. And as a result, the containers are being killed. What I have done is pushed a debug PR down below, and it needed OK to test, but we got that, so it's running the test now to see. And what I did was updated one parameter, so I enabled the Topology Manager feature, and also increased the memory, the kubelet kill memory, if you look at that PR, to see if that's really what's going on. It's been difficult to pinpoint exactly why kubelet is killing the containers. I don't know if it's the kernel out of mem, but I've looked at the kernel log. There's not enough logs in there, at least for me, to figure out why the hollow nodes is not going to ready state. I've reached out to SIG Scalability and SIG Testing for some help. If anyone here has any other ideas or input or is more familiar with that, why hollow nodes might not be coming up, I'd be more than happy to hear some input and some pointers other than what we're doing. That'd be great.
Okay, we can look at those in more detail afterwards.
Okay.
Was there anything else that we wanted to cover around tracking Topology Manager for this release?
Yeah. Yes, there's the next two. Is Connor?
Yeah, I'm on the line
Connor's,
here.
yeah.
Yeah. You hear me okay?
Yep.
Yeah, so the issue that's linked here, this is Kevin's issue that he created, Kevin Clues. So there was 3, possibly 4 PRs already merged in this. I think Derek, you did some of the reviewing on them. So a lot of the groundwork is already done on this. But Kevin is actually on vacation now, so he asked me just to take over. There's 2 remaining PRs. There's one large one. So this was to do with guaranteeing the hints generated for multiple containers. So it's all explained in the issue, and each PR is explained what they're doing. But the last one is kind of a large one. Like I said, Kevin had to leave it, and he asked me just to take it over. And there was some, I think maybe I added 5 or 6 commits to the end of that PR just to tidy it up. So that's open for review. It's work in progress, but that's just because Kevin hasn't gotten around to actually just taking it out of work in progress. That's open for review. That's
87983 has.
Sorry, and that's I'm talking about 87759. So that's the one that's open for review. The one after that, so that has some of the commits that are in the previous PR. So that will need to be rebased once 87759 is actually merged.
Okay.
So we just broke them up into 2 because there was one change in the second one, which was up in kubelet.go. So we took that and isolated into its own PR just for convenience sake. So yeah, right now the 87759 is kind of the big one. We want to just get over the line. Once that's merged, then we can rebase the second one. And yeah, after that, then I think it's just the feature gate, and we should be okay.
Okay. And the existing unit test failures, do we know?
The unit
Well, it's
test.
failing. Sorry, not unit test. It's failing on GCE's E2E.
Yeah. I haven't retested it because I was expecting I might have to push some more code. I'm I'm not sure if those tests are just flaking or not. So yeah, I might just retest it and see, but I was expecting I probably have to push more code because there hasn't been reviews on it and there might be requests coming in. Kevin has said that he might be able to he'd be able to add comments maybe and stuff. He'd be able to drop in every so often, reply to some comments on that, because most of the changes that are there are his. But like I said, he's away, so
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Well, I have time this afternoon to continue. I've always liked reviewing Kevin's PRs because those commits are really clear. So I'll happy to take that on if anyone else wants to.
Right, yeah, it's all really well documented. Like you said, Kevin is very precise with his commits and stuff, so it should be easy enough to review.
Okay. Thanks for the update on that, and then we'll get these reviewed as much today and tomorrow as possible.
Okay, great. Thanks, Derek.
Are there?
Yep, sure, thanks.
Are there other topics on the agenda that people wanted, or not on the agenda that they wanted to bring forward today? Going once, twice. All right. If that's the case, we can give back people some time, and I'll get some time to help review these PRs now. So thanks, everyone, and we'll talk to you all next week.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks. All right, bye.